Hello, it's Ruby and welcome back to another university vlog. Today it is Wednesday. Oh, I thought it was Tuesday. I've just been studying and doing some admin this morning. It's now like 9:45 and Blakeney and I are going to have a study session downstairs, just talking through the questions for our life and death module ahead of the seminar and like feeding back on some readings that we've done. So I'm gonna do that, get some tea and hopefully have a productive day. I'm feeling less tired today as well, which is good. It always seems really counterproductive to sleep or to rest, but every time I let myself do it, I realise just how important it is. It's a case of sharpening your saw. You know, I've spoken about this before in videos, like using breaks and using your time to get the most out of your other time. There's no point continuing to do something if you're not getting anything out of your time with that. Like, you could end up being really unproductive, wasting your time, whereas you could have a 2-hour nap and get as much done just because you're being more efficient afterwards. So I actually might start napping now. Can you imagine if I just started napping and that became part of my routine?
Blakeney and I entirely independently ended up choosing the same modules to study this term, which actually works pretty ideally because it means that we can chat through the seminar questions together ahead of our classes. I love being able to bounce ideas back and forth. I think that's where you really start to understand the material and get excited about the material. So then I just packed up to go to campus. I had some library books from before lockdown which I needed to return. Look at the leaves! So excited!
So easily impressed!
As you can see, I'm a pro at applying hand sanitizer.
It was honestly so lovely to be back in the library. This was my first time going back to the library. I spent a lovely half an hour before our lecture just browsing the English literature section, flicking through some rather random books which have nothing to do with my course. And I also did find this book though, which had an essay on the development of motherhood. There was one particular essay which was very relevant to what we were studying this week in Life and Death, so I just quickly read through that. I'm just editing the video now and I completely forgot to show you that I actually got a book out at the library. It's only a little one. Honestly, there were so many I could have taken out. Like, you know how you lose track of time in the library? We got to campus with half an hour to spare so we could look around the library for a little bit, and that half an hour went so quickly that I realised I had like 2 minutes to get up to the lecture, and so kind of had to rush my decisions and only ended up getting one out, but I can go back to the library anytime, so it doesn't matter. I got out De Profundis by Oscar Wilde. I might be saying that wrong, sorry. It's basically some of his letters from when he was in prison, and Oscar Wilde is one of my favourite authors, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. And if you didn't know as well, I really love reading letters anyway. I think it gives you a really great insight into somebody's voice and helps you to hear them in a way that you can't necessarily through prose and poetry, in my opinion. This should be really good, and also it's a really nice volume, like really beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to cut back to the vlog.
Okay, so we have got a welcome talk now with all of the English students. So we're here at Newman Green and we're waiting outside though because there are lots of people.
Then we had that welcome talk for all of the third years, which basically gave us an intro to dissertations and what we can expect from that. And after that lecture, which was only an hour long, I headed to Reed Hall, which was literally my favourite place to come in first year. I would come here all the time to read, and I hadn't been for ages.
I'm here at Read Hall. I haven't been here for ages actually, and I'm just going to read some of Oliver Twist on my Kindle, which is the book we've got to read next week for the Dickens module. It's 3:45 and I've just read 10% of Oliver Twist, so I'm now going to head back. I'm back now from campus and I feel like my room is just such a mess. I really want to move my desk back to by the window because I do miss having the light and having that to look out over.
When I got back to the house, I got myself some cereal and did some admin tasks, including, most importantly, editing my most recent video. And we also had run out of quite a few grocery bits, and so I made a quick note of those so I wouldn't forget anything when I went over to the supermarket.
I'm just popping into Waitrose to get some little bits that we've run out of, like frozen fruit and fresh stuff. Tea is the best bit, of course.
Then in the evening I cooked dinner. Tonight I made a cauliflower and potato mash with some homemade baked beans. Blakeney had made these veggie burgers which I just rolled into the shape of sausages, so it would be like sausage, beans and mash. And then we just chatted in the evening as we usually do. So thank you for watching today's university vlog. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope that you have a productive week. Oh, and I'll see you tomorrow.